So what should you do if your garage door starts to come down and then partway down it just kind of stops? Maybe you get a blinking on the unit and it just starts to go back up again. This is something that happened to me fairly recently, and there's a couple of different things you can try to fix this problem. So the first issue is just look for any obstruction, anything that's blocking the door. And it might be something obvious, like if you leave something in the path, and it can be less obvious though too. So the way that the door is detecting an obstruction has these little light eyes on each side, and as they shine at each other, there's one on the other side of the door too, it completes a path and it knows that there's nothing in the way. But if you put something in the way by mistake, then it breaks that little light path and the door won't close because it thinks there's something it might run into. Like in this instance, if there was a stroller in the way or something, then that's an obvious one to move out. So that's the first thing to check. And here's the other little eye on the other side. What you want to look for is once you move that obstruction is the little light, the little green light on there illuminated. You can see if I block this with my hand, that light's going to go off. So if that light's on, it means they're seeing each other and you're all good. And again, it's pretty obvious if you leave like a stroller in the way, but sometimes you can get like a leaf or a spider web or a bug that goes across there and blocks that. So that's the first thing, check for obstructions, make sure that those eyes are clearly pointing at each other. You've got the little green light illuminated. The other thing that can happen, this little bracket, I've had this happen, can pop off of the track here, and then this would be just totally out of alignment or sitting on the ground. So you want to position them the same height on each side of the door and make sure that these brackets are attached. And basically it's pretty easy. You just put the back part on and then just click it into place. It just sort of grips on there. So if that falls off or gets knocked off or something falls down around it, make sure that those two sides can see each other, and if that solves your problem, that's probably all it was. Again, look for that little green light to be illuminated. If it's not, there might be out of alignment or something blocking these. Now the next thing you can check, and this is what ultimately did it for me in my case, is the door force adjustments on the back here. So this is these little knobs are going to tell you the amount of force that the door is going to open and close with. So the opening and closing force in kilograms here. And you can see if you turn these little dials clockwise, it's going to increase the amount of force that the door is able to use. And if this is set wrong, especially if it just rained and the door's a little bit swollen with some water or something like that, then it can be a little harder for the garage door opener to open and close it, and it might think that it's hit something and try to bring it back up as it's going down. So what you want to do is increase the force, and this is what the repair technician ultimately did for me that worked. You put a screwdriver into these little blue, or you can find it depends on your unit, and force adjustments, and then just turn this clockwise, and they turned it all the way up to 9 kilograms. And that tells the door to be able to apply more force before it reaches its limits. And in my case, that solved the problem. The door got a little bit warped from the rain, and increasing that weight allowed it to still close and not think it had bumped into something. What I'll do then is dial this back a little bit, just to the minimum amount of force that you need for the door to close, because you still want that protection if it does bump into something. So you don't want to just powering through and crushing something if it gets in the way. So you want to get it, turn these clockwise until you reach the point where it can open and close with no issues, and then dial them back a little bit at a time so you have that protection, but the door is still able to open and close without stopping partway. Now this is a really interesting one that I wasn't aware of. Again, the technician who came out showed me that if you have an LED bulb in an older garage door opener, mine is from 2005, I'm recording this in 2023, so this has been around for a bit. They didn't really anticipate LED technology at the time, and apparently the circuits in that LED can create some interference that can then mess with the door, and it can reduce the range of the remotes, and it can even cause the door to behave really weirdly and erratically. So just go ahead, if you have an LED in there, try removing that LED bulb, replace it with something like this, the compact fluorescent or even an incandescent bulb on there, and apparently that will sometimes fix the issue if your door is stopping partway, or if it's the range is no good on your transmitter. Apparently that can help too. Or just if you're getting weird kind of erratic behavior from the door, try swapping out those LED bulbs if you put them in. Now in my case, that solved the problem. The door comes down. Not going to have any particular issues closing, not going to stop, don't get any of those blinking lights or anything, and we're good to go. However, if all those things don't fix the issue for you, it might be that you have a deeper problem. Either the motor in the unit could be worn out. They last about 20 years, a little bit longer sometimes. So if it's older than that, it might be time to get somebody to replace that. Or sometimes the track of the door can be out of alignment. There could be other issues with the door that you would need a professional to service. Certainly the spring up at the top, if that needs to be serviced, it has a lot of force in that, so you do not want to mess with that yourself. So these simple fixes, again, removing any obstructions, checking those little laser eyes to make sure that they're aligned together, adjusting the force on the door, and swapping out LEDs doesn't prevent your garage door from stopping partway down. Go ahead and call a garage door service person who can come out and look at those deeper, and in the case of the spring, more dangerous issues, and fix them for you. Hopefully that helps though, and helps you to get your garage door working again.